Midweek softball on deck here at the Buckeye Field in Columbus, Ohio. Hi, everyone. Connor Canfield, Connor Shue joining you here on Big Ten Plus. Ohio State 25-6-1 and 22 in the coaches poll, facing off against the Purdue.
Early here against this Ohio State lineup.
Running bunt goes straight to the pitcher, and the play is made in time. One pitch, one out for Cassandra Gay-Wicki. Jogged off the plate, but didn't offer at it. It's a 1-0 count with one down. Swings at that one, rolls down the line. The toss, she is safe. Minton legging out the single. Homers for her so far this year. Had a real nice season as she hits that one hard to third. Can they turn two? Not quite. Legs it out to keep the Mastodons alive in this first inning.
Down the stretch, because 3 runs or so a game, that doesn't win too many. That might help, though.
And it sure does. A 2-run shot right off the bat of Aglaya Rudd to get things started. An early 2-0 lead for the Mastodons. How about that, Connor?
We're talked about earlier. You got to get on the board early here. And Purdue Fort Wayne, they do just that. Rudd, no doubt about that one. You could tell it right off the bat, right where we're talking about creating runs for yourself. She does that, just that, and you just see the pitch from Gay-Wicki. Left right over the middle of the plate, right in the wheelhouse there for Rudd, and she didn't miss it.
Got the bat under it. Wind supported it. It's 3-1 count. Gay-Wicki, she offers. Little off the plate. And a walk issued and some struggles in this first inning for Cassandra Gay-Wicki.
And just kind of working around the plate. They're not able to find that zone, but this is where...
And she's got a 3-1 count. Swings at that one over the glove of Buick, the third baseman. And that's 2 more Mastodons on with 2 outs. Quite the rally.
Doesn't matter how many outs you have sometimes. You just got to put the bat to the ball and good things happen.
Hasn't really attacked hitters yet. As that one's golfed out into right field. Going back on it is Cruz, and that one bounces off the wall. 1 run scores. Second one's coming home. The throw down. She's safe. 4-0 ball game. Mastodons on the 2-run double by Kennedy Peckinpah.
The Mastodons doing it here on extra bases. A home run and then now a 2-run double. That one was drilled into right field, and Cruz gave it a run, just not able to get there before it bounced off the top of the wall. You can see probably just inches away from the glove. A very close play at home, but able to get in there.
Okay, a 4.56 ERA this year. With 2 outs, here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Gets Ohio State out of the inning, but not before the Mastodons put up 4. It's 4-0 Purdue Fort Wayne as we travel into 3-2. Ropes that one into the outfield. Parisian halts at first base, and she's on with a leadoff single.
That's a way there. Just keep battling that count, work it full, and then you got to pitch your hit there. And you
swings at that one, puts a charge into it deep into left center field and gone. The Buckeyes cut the lead in 2 with the 2-run shot off the bat of Sammy Buick here in the bottom of the first.
This is what Ohio State does so well. They work.
No outs to play with. Shoots that one high in the air. This one's towards the wall again. Back there and watching it fly. Back-to-back jacks. Now it's Cami Kortekrex going yard. 4-3. And all of a sudden, the Buckeyes are right back in it. .42 base hits in just about 30 games and change. She hits that one deep, bombs away. Jasmine Burns ties the ball game 4-4. before Purdue. Fort Wayne can produce a single out here in the bottom of the first. Ohio State on fire.
Well, how about a little home run derby from Buckeye Field tonight? After the Mastodons had
through your head right now.
I mean, you just got to get that out, kind of just build that confidence back up.
Popped up and caught by the catcher. Aglaya Rudd. Full count, Jones versus Farley here in the bottom of the first. Tied up at 4. Swing and a miss. Alana Jones, her first strikeout of the day.
And that's a great pitch by Jones. Just went out there, attacked, didn't want to walk Farley.
At first, she had sent an email to the previous coaching regime of Ohio State with Kelly Kovac-Shanley as she works a walk. And if I remember correctly, didn't receive a reply because, of course, there was a coaching change. And then her pinch runner in the previous couple of years, but has really come into her own as a fixture in this lineup. Goes for the bunt, lays one down perfectly, screaming for first in there in time. Buckeyes stay alive in the bottom of the first right now, but Ohio State's coming out party was really in the first Big Ten series they had against Nebraska, where they took 2 of 3 against them, as that's lifted into deep right field and over the fence. 4th homer of the inning for Ohio State. Taylor Cruz goes yard. 3 more runs come across, and that changes the score drastically.
Well, you mentioned the home runs for Cruz in the beginning of that bat. How about another?
Roped into right field, it gets down, bouncing off the wall. But Parisian has to stop at first again. Back-to-back singles in the inning for the Miami transfer.
And you just turned on that one right down the line, and that's a great... Honestly, here in this inning, they've done such a great job at getting ahead in the counts. Getting in the hitter's counts, which makes Jones have to attack you, and then you're able just to get these pitches hit, which they've done so well. And that time, Buick able to get...
Kortacrack's looking for her pitch. Here it is. Up and away. Ball number 4. Back-to-back walks. Now the bases are loaded that these Ohio State hitters have been putting on. Here comes the 2-0. Swing and a high foul ball. Does that stay fair? It does. And a nice snag made by Aglaya Rudd to strand 3 base runners, but not before Ohio State puts up 7 runs in the bottom of the first. It's 7-4. Ohio State leading going into the top of the second. We'll see you in a second. The hitting side so far. Topper to third. Play made quickly to retire the leadoff hitter.
This season, but has been a consistent presence in the middle of that outfield.
The 1-2 delivery from Kay. Swing and a miss. Kennedy Kay, her first strikeout of the day.
Golf at it and couldn't connect.
She goes towards the middle as that's flown out to shallow right, and the play made easily by Taylor Cruz retires the side in order. And Ohio State will be back up to bat in the bottom of the second here in a moment on Big Ten Plus.
Runs on 7 hits, struck out 1 in that one.
1-2 pitch, grounded through the hole and into the outfield. Reagan Milliken gets her first base knock of the day.
And Milliken there with 2 strikes, just trying to put that ball in play.
Hitless today. Struck out last inning as she floats one high in the air to shallow left. Play made by the shortstop, Addison Zimpelman. Nice grab.
That's out there. Wind's really whipping out towards right center field.
Roped into right. Is that one going to get over? Yes, it does. Morgan Fry hits the 5th homer of the day for Ohio State. And that's a program record for the Buckeyes for homers in a season.
Yeah, 76 now. That beats the 2015 Buckeyes for most home runs in a single season. They broke that before.
That one got away from the catcher again, and Skylar Lamone walks on 4 pitches.
And this is here where you mentioned the slugging percentage over 800, and then right on cue hits the homer.
Big cut and a miss in the first strikeout of the day for Gracie Brinkerhoff. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. Watches it go by. Lamone goes, and she's out. Gunned down by Aglaya Rudd for the 3rd out of the inning. And the Buckeyes held to 2 runs in the bottom of the second. OPS well over 1,000. 20 hits in 20 games. Hits one hard on the ground to Kortokrax, fields and throws in time for out number 1.
Rated the toughest player to strike out in the Horizon League. Didn't strike out once in her high school career. Just knows how to put the ball in play.
Puts the ball in play there, but coming in to make the grab is Hadley Parisian in left field. 2 up, 2 down quickly.
There, but from up here, that definitely looked pretty close, but I would say she probably held up there.
The 1-2, swing and a miss. Kennedy Kay, 3rd strikeout of the day to set down into the plate in the bottom of the second, but that bat got cut short when Skylar Lamone got caught stealing, but there's another shot into center field, and it's gone. Left of the scoreboard, Hadley Parisian, 3 for 3. This time she goes yard.
Didn't waste too much time on that bat. Got a pitch to hit early. It's been a solid 2 years to start her career so far.
Yanks one into shallow left into the glove of McKenna Minton for out number 1.
Its way down towards the fence.
Got to keep your head on a swivel as Kortokrax drives one deep for her 2nd home run of the game. And that's 7 total for Ohio State. Just a barrage. 11-4 Ohio State, and Cami Kortokrax with her 9th homer of the season.
I mean, that one just over the middle of the plate, and Kortokrax didn't miss it. I think there's not too much really you could say much more about this Ohio State performance so far. They're just getting pitches to hit, and they're not missing them. They're driving them. Been the identity of their team this season. The home runs, been part of it at the very least, and it's certainly showing out today.
Again, 7 long balls for Ohio State on the evening. Burns sends one high. Just barely clears the infielder, stays right on the edge of the grass, out number 2. Countryman made the play.
On a 2-strike single that was just rolled right back up the middle.
Rips one right into the glove of the 3rd baseman, but it pops out. That's a fair ball. And we'll see what they score it.
And that's why they call 3rd base the hot corner, because that one was right back at Licky over there at 3rd.
The 2-2. Just on the plate for strike number 3. Got her looking, and Brinkerhoff gets out of the jam. It's 11-4. Ohio State leads after a pair of solo blasts in the frame. Talk to you again. In men's volleyball, it's totally different. The payoff pitch is over the plate for a backwards K, Kennedy K. First out of the inning's a strikeout.
That's her 4th strike.
1-2 count. Taken over the plate Another backwards K. Kennedy K indeed. Holds the single season doubles and hits record for Tees Valley, the high school she played at. 3-time All-League there. The 0-2 count. 1, 2, 3. 3 Ks for Kennedy K, living up to her name. First pitch grounded towards short. Fry, not quite there in time. Throw made it. Quick out number 1 for Brinkerhoff.
And that's the start.
Lamone staying back on it. Good approach from her. Here comes the 2-2. Swings and skies it into shallow right. Coming in to make the play is McMenemy for out number 2.
You see that one. Lamone just gets under it. Pops it into right field where it's retired.
Cruz ropes it to shortstop and a quick 1, 2, 3 for
to get the swing and the miss. Good location, but a good take by Manos.
swing and a miss. Strikeout number 7 for Kennedy K.
For 7 combined between those 3.
Slow chopper to short. Corda cracks handles, but skips the throw away. And on her way to second is Faith McLean.
Good pitch by Kay on the inside corner.
2-2 count. Swing and a high drive. It stays an intermediate left, though. And Parisian makes the play. McLean awaits on second. Here comes the 2-2. The 1-1 is shot into the air, into left center field, and retired.
Return back here to Fort Wayne. Was an assistant from 2016 to 19 before going to Davenport, and then comes back, takes the head job.
Pitch is in there for strike 3. Parisian struck out looking. And Brinkerhoff gets another one. Hit on the ground, gloved at third. Throw over is in time. Lucky making the play quickly.
Finding the strike zone at times has been a challenge, but has done it well today.
High pop-up just outside of the infield, nabbed by the shortstop Simpleman, and a quick 1-2-3 for Gracie Brinkerhoff. Ohio State playing tomorrow against Akron. Pair of midweek matchups as Kay strikes out Zimpelman. So emptying out the bench is Amber Bowman. Nub to the outfield, into the glove of Cruz. Had to put that hand up high for it and nab it.
Pitcher back in her first appearance against UNCG. Just dealing today.
Soft pop up into the hand of Kennedy K. Out. So we'll see how this progresses. Burns will take her base. It's supposed to be 70 degrees all weekend here in Columbus, though. So have to be careful here if you're Brinkerhoff, as that's lifted high into left field and caught for the out over there by McLean.
Oh, just try to get the chase that time on Landmaster, but even better take right on that outside edge.
The 2-2 pitch falls in there for a strikeout. He's Melina Wilkeson, all Big Ten player. Hit around 400 for the Buckeyes at one point. Hit softly in the air into the outfield, out number 3. And Gracie Brinkerhoff continuing to deal 50 average this year. Short grounder, Corda cracks. Made the play in time, out number 1.
That was a good assistant coach at Tiffin University, and then their other sister, Paige, she's the head softball coach at Tiffin. So certainly in the blood, and I don't know, almost ran and hit her, but caught that bat. Cheer of despair.
That's one way to put it, that's for sure. Don't think the fans were happy, and it's a bunt straight to the third baseman's glove, and no play made. Both runners are safe. So
You go through the lineup here against Kennedy K.
straight up in the air, and Burns easily makes the grab with a face mask in her other hand. But while she had her back turned, each runner tagged up and moved up a base. Here comes the 2-1. Swung on into the outfield. Lamone watches it go over her head. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. And all of a sudden it's 8-6. Hollopeter drives in a pair with a double.
That's what the doctor ordered if you're the Mastodons. Start chipping away a little bit. Gives it a right to center. Lamone gave it a look, but not able to catch up to it. And the Mastodons back within 5. Here with 2 down. Still some work left to do.
Bud did hit the 1 long ball for the Mastodons as she hits one high into shallow center. And the shortstop, Cami Kortokrax, came out to make the play and end this ball game for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Kennedy K put together a gem to complete this one. 6 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, only 2 earned runs. And she was really the key to this one, Connor.
Yeah, she came in, stopped that bleeding in the first inning when the Mastodons had struck for 4 and gave them 6 beautiful frames there. Just 2 runs allowed. Of course, all came in the last inning when the game was pretty much out of reach.